In the YouTube algorithm, the people are represented by three separate yet equally important groups: the one that creates, the one that views, and the one that just can't help but react. Under Title 17, I am a member of an elite squad, also known as the Special Viewers Unit. These are the archives.
Bonjour les amis, hello. I have some things I want to talk about the YouTube Underground and Rage Potato FFG being on Lolcat Live. Just gonna put it out there. Keem, you really ran a circus, a clown show. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. You have no idea who these people are, so you're gonna learn today, okay? First, I just want to say, okay, my entire point, as usual, what I said, as usual, was completely misconstrued. I've said a million times that I was mad at myself about what happened. I shouldn't have allowed myself to go up there, and I shouldn't have allowed you to look at my pictures. You probably would have done it anyways. The fact that kid behind the camera is taking, you know, a gleeful joy and is laughing at the fact that he tastelessly was the one who distributed my picture, even if it was on my OnlyFans in the past. That's my opinion. I don't think it's right to do to a woman. I don't think it's right. And a part of me feels like you guys don't give a shit about that. And that is why I didn't think that I would be good for the show. Okay. Nothing personal, whatever. Do you? All right. At this point in my life, I'm not the person I was that these people go up on panel and bring up. I'm not that person anymore. I still swear a lot and I still sin, whatever, but I've moved on from that part of my life. I'm 40 and it's just not a headspace. It's not entertaining for me really anymore. I thought that maybe it would be, considering my past and, you know, my status as a lolcow, whatever. I really don't feel like I am a lolcow anymore. I feel like I don't really do much. I'm kind of boring now, but whatever. I eat in a hijab. I travel, do things around Kuwait, whatever. So my point is, I'm not surprised at all that this is I knew this was going to happen. This panel, this blah blah blah. All right, my haters are piranhas, and any opportunity they're going to leech off of it, and that's kind of what you guys are doing. So anyways, and let me use this analogy. In the court of law, there's a judge, which would be you, Keem, because it's your show. There's a defendant, and there's the opposite side of that. There's the person doing the accusing, then there's a defendant, and you really just listen to one side and were like, oh wow, that's insane, about everything they said, when it was pretty much all lies. Like, number one, I'm dying of laughter because I knew if FFG and Yaba, being the disgusting fat cowards they are, went on any panel, they're not going to cam up. Please do me a favor, please ask them to cam up the next time they come on. This is what FFG looks like. The fact that they say that they talk about my behavior is, there's nothing to talk about now. They have the nerve. I heard Yaba say that I bully her. I bully her. I bully you? Look at her channel. Do I have thousands of videos on these women? These creatures? No, I don't. No. What I do is I defend myself and match their energy. These people have been bullying me for years. I mean, I consider the source, so it doesn't really hurt my feelings. They're cowards. They don't cam up. Show your fat faces. It's unbelievably hypocritical and hilarious to me that Boogie, who's bigger than me, I'm 349 pounds. I've weighed myself in Thailand. I've weighed myself at the doctor's. I've weighed myself several times here, but they say it's a rigged scale. There's always some kind of with no proof, okay? So if that's your entertainment, just a believing stupid whatever, if that's what you're into, fine. But you must know some things about these people too, okay? First of all, Yaba is a scab of YouTube. Her skeletons outweigh mine any day of the week. I'm trying to think of some things that they accused me of. I never smoked crack in my life. First of all of these things that they're talking about were from more than 3 years ago, or about 3 years ago, okay? This guy, she's saying that they say I chased around. First of all, I went through, and it's all documented. Go look up Sam's Bar Lounge video. Actually, I'll play the clip for you.
I'm not coward.
What the f are you doing?
I'm not coward.
Hey, he just threw his cigarette at me,
I'm
and he just
not
threw his thing at me.
I'm not
right?
coward.
He's throwing his cigarette at me.
I don't say me coward again.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow.
I'm not coward. I don't say me coward again. Go, get my nerve. Call Mike. Nobody scared me, bitch. Because I scared from people eat people. Me, I eat people. You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know me.
Stay where you are. Do not come back here.
You don't know.
Stay where you are. Okay? Thank you. Woman to woman, stay where you are.
What you gonna do?
Stay where you are, please.
It's not your business.
No. You just slapped me across the face so hard.
It's not your business.
You just slapped me
And
across
shut the f up, too.
Stay where you are.
She's not listening to you.
Oh, yes, you will.
Are you gonna listen to her?
No, yes, you will.
No.
Yes, you will.
Good.
Yes, you will. Oh, you say no now. Nope.
This is the guy that they're saying that I chased around. They're saying that I made up forged documents at the police station. That's a lie. That's a lie. I went to charge him because he was, just like you saw in that video. When this was happening, I talked about everything he did to me. He gave me STDs. He financially me. He emotionally me. He was cheating with hookers, which is how he gave me an STD, and I didn't know. He burned cigarettes out on me, and the fact that they're just up there, that's what they do. They're vile. So to say that I'm the vile person when they're literally victim shaming somebody who's been in a relationship. So what happened was I was in love with this person, okay? And then he became, they're not abusive right away, you know? I fell in love with this person, unfortunately, and I've never had experience with being in a relationship in my life before like that. You know, I've always been, before that I was in like 14 years of like with decent people. I mean, I've had some bad apples here and there, but nothing long term. So he's a narcissist. So he's vile. He's actually in court right now for SA of an elderly person. So they believe the person he's with now, as you've seen, is they believe that the elderly woman could be, but not me, because they hate me. So anything to fit their narrative, right? Now, I went to the police station and I never filed a false report. Prove it. You have not seen the report. When I wanted to retract the report, I said that I told the police that I was mentally ill and I wasn't remembering the facts correctly and I was exaggerating them, which was not true. Actually, the first time I filed the report, everything was true. Everything. I don't even know why I'm bothering defending myself. This is like the only video I'm going to make about this, and then you guys can keep having your clown show. I don't care. Whatever. I'm moving on with my life. I don't like talking about this person anymore. And the whole 2 years that I was going through this, they were making my life hell with their reaction videos, with their victim shaming, just being disgusting. So, FFG wants to talk about doxing. There's actually screenshot proof. And somebody is going to send it to me, that in her Discord, she doxes people, and she's gotten her Twitter banned many times for doxing people. The dox that she's talking about was years ago, and she was using a Google burner phone, which she even admitted to using a burner phone number. It wasn't even her real phone number. And she got into a tiff with this guy that I was with, and he basically was like, you know, if you love me, you know, go after her, blah, blah, blah kind of thing. And I, of course, took his side. I was completely blinded, but she was very invasive. She was very invasive with her videos about the situation. She was just very disgusting. And so I showed messages and I held the phone up and it accidentally showed her number. And I felt bad about that. It was an accidental dox, and I even offered, it's on camera, to change her number and pay for it. They ignore that though. So anyway, these women are deplorable. They're worse. They're 100 times worse. They project. They're gaslighting. Their audience are just a bunch of zombies because they hate me. So yeah, because they lie to their audience about everything. Like, it's just ridiculous. What do you even, at one point someone was talking about, Yaba was talking about McDonald's. Like, what the where is, I want proof that I give all my money to him. Because what you don't know is that before I met him, he had his own place. Like, he was established here. If you look up the laws of Kuwait, okay? If you're smart people, you cannot live in Kuwait as an expat. He's a Syrian expat living in Kuwait unless you have a job. He was here. You need a work visa. All right? So he has his own business. He's in business partnership with the Kuwaiti and some other people. He has to have money to be here. There's no homeless people in Kuwait for that reason. None. All right? So He had his own place, bachelor, whatever. He had his own car. He still has his own place in his own car. Because yes, I have debts that I'm taking care of with my YouTube income, which, by the way, Social Blade is wrong. It's not $500 a month. Please, do you think I would be on here for $500 a month? No. I don't give him shit. Like, we're married, and anyway, it's not anyone's business. Keem, do you give your wife money? You know, I'm sure people say the same thing about you. And Boogie too. Do you think Desi is with you because you're good looking? You both have money. You both have clout. So why are you shaming me for that? Anyway, it's all false. All false. So the things that you're like, yeah, get her over. It's not a win that you think it is, because it's all BS. You know, I have done some pretty outlandish things years ago, like I said. And since reverting to Islam, I've been struggling with completely changing as a person. But you don't know how sociopathic these women are, especially FFG. Of course, I threaten legal action. And you know what this woman does? Just watch one of her streams. There's no talent. There's no camming up. It's just sitting there pausing the spacebar and fat shaming me when she's got 12 chins herself, all right? This woman is Danny DeVito, Batman, from Batman, all right? The Penguin from Batman. She has no place. Make her cam up, please. Make her cam up. Just do it. She won't do it. At least I show my fat self, right? So anyway, this woman is insane. I travel regularly to Canada because, you know, that's where I'm from and my family. She, on my live stream, would take note of my backgrounds, the stores in the backgrounds, and she would then drive down to my hometown where I was, go to stores that I shop at and show them a picture and ask if I shopped there, just for content. So for example, I always smoked weed. In Canada it's legal, here it's not, but when I would go back to Canada, I would smoke. And I went to a dispensary, and I didn't tell anybody about it, because why do I have to? Why do I have to tell you what I'm doing every minute of the day? You know, why would I tell people that? Like, I don't know. So they suspect, oh, she's high, whatever. I don't know what the point of that was, but who cares? So she thought, to prove it, she would stalk me and drive from Montreal to my hometown, more than an hour away, about an hour, go to the dispensary with her psycho ass, show a picture of me and say, did this woman shop here? Almost costing someone their job. But I'm the crazy stalker. All right, yeah, so what she keeps holding over my head is this whole, I doxed her fake Google number years ago. That was years ago, and it was an accident, and I offered to change her number. So what now? Anyway, there's so much more. And to sit here and accuse me of being a doxer, but in the next breath, Yabba Scabba is gonna laugh at the fact that Marty targeted my mother, who had no dog in this fight, no horse in this race. The he did to her was awful. In the middle of the night, when my mom was sleeping, because she has a life and she needs to work, would send escorts to her home, like dangerous, like things that only people who are inbred would laugh at. It's funny that you call me Funko, like what even, like something a 10-year-old would laugh at, like my mom after my uncle, and that there's literal proof of who my dad is online. Easy. I can't, I'm sorry, Keem, I can't with dumb people, I'm sorry. But if anyone is inbred, Yabba, it's you. You are straight from the movie Deliverance. You rabid chipmunk hillbilly. Like, you sound inbred, you look inbred, huh, Chantal? You're projecting. I've proven so many times that I don't pay for shit here. I pay for my debts back in Canada. By the way, Wings, you're wrong. Maybe do some research, but I cannot escape my tax debt. I can't just run here and be like, I'm not going to pay Canada. No, that doesn't work that way. You have to pay taxes. And because Kuwait doesn't have a tax treaty with the US, and the YouTube is a US based company, I have to pay taxes. So no, I didn't run away from anything. I ran away to escape stalkers, but also I fell in love with somebody and moved here. And if he was wanting to milk me for YouTube money, he would want me to do the show. Make it make sense. I told him how much you guys make on Lolcow Live, and potentially I could make just as much, because look at the views I'm bringing you. If I were to engage on a regular basis with this lowbrow please. But he said never, because he cares about me, my mental health, and my journey to becoming a better Muslim, and trying to build a newer audience on different content, travel content. I have a lot of videos up of me traveling back and forth to Canada, Kuwait. Very interesting if you want to watch those. You know, he would want me to do the show if he didn't care about me, and all he cared about was money. He doesn't need my money. To live in this building, you have to show your bank account and show that you have money and that you have a job. To get a car here, the same thing. There's no proof, is my point, of any of these baseless, you know, rumors. And I find it funny because Yaba's with someone who's literally gay for pay, but whatever. So, the fact that someone like FFG, looking like she does, look shames me it calls out my behavior. Where? What behavior? Me eating on camera, when they do eat like that behind the camera, because this claims to eat pineapple, and look, the last time she cammed up, this picture, 2 years ago. What do you think she looks like now? She's like Dorian Gray. I'm sorry. No way. Make her cam up. If she's gonna talk, it's only fair. I'm just saying, before you just accept it as truth, do a little more research into the people you're letting on your show. And that's what drives them nuts, and that's why they hate. Because I'm trying to be a better person. They don't have that old me that they can drag when I was in an abusive relationship, when I became addicted to drugs, which I don't find funny. I don't find that funny. So, FFG was in a very similar situation. So I don't know why she's even talking about someone else's abusive relationship. She was with someone who was worse than Natter. She was in an abusive relationship. Actually, if you go on Kiwi Farms, FFG, also known as Anne-Marie Feldman, has 9 evictions. 9. And this wants to talk about my financial situation that I have nothing to show. You sit there in your lonely, smoky apartment, sounding like you have stage 5 emphysema, smoking out your dog and stolen cat, and have nothing. Nothing. You still have the van you had when you stalked me 2 years ago. You still have a computer with no web camera. I really don't understand where you come off. You sound like a huge fat hypocrite that you are. Like, and before they bring up again, oh, this is her next thing. If she can't get me on the doxing her number 2 years ago, which is why she says she's gonna forever make videos, it's the cat. Now, I've been on YouTube since 2017, and these people have seen me and my pets for years. I've been an amazing pet owner. I would never I would kill myself. I would cut my arm before intentionally harming my animals.
Hey everyone, so here's some songs that I sing regularly to BB Junes, to my friends about BB Junes, and they all think I'm nuts. So, the first one is, and I guess it's true, she's amazing, and I guess it's true, she's a girl, and I guess it's true, she's amazing, what she can do with those legs. That song was called, and I guess it's true. The next one is a cat cover, I call them. I used to listen to the song Candy Girl. I think it was it the Jackson 5? Anyway, this is the BB Junes version, so it goes, baby girl, you are my world, look so sweet, you're a special treat, baby girl, all I want to say is, I need your love, each and every day, BB Junes.
So I had a 20-year-old cat, 20, that I've had since 2004. And I had a 5-year-old cat. Now, the older cat, when cats get older, I'll put some insertions here since Siley knows it all, and said that cat's nails don't grow faster. Yes, they do, B. Yes, they do. Elderly cats' nails grow faster. And you're going to hear the story again because you keep accusing me of it. So you'll listen to it. Because they stop scratching and grooming when they're very old and near death, okay? Like the aging process. That's why my younger cat's nails were fine. My cat's taking it right now because she doesn't, anytime she hears the word FFG, she goes for a shit. So, now I was planning to travel to Kuwait to get married. By the way, this likes to talk about my fake marriage. You can't live together in Kuwait unless you're married, so, but she literally invented a whole ass saying she had a lumberjack boyfriend. Yeah, okay. A poster she probably kisses, because her face makes men sterile. There's no way. Anyway, so I was planning to go to Kuwait. I had a roommate, Peaks. He was going to take care of the cats. He lived with me at the time. I was going to Kuwait for 3 months, okay? That was how long the tourist visa was. So while I was in Kuwait, I video chatted Peaks every day to check on my pets. If I was neglectful and didn't care, why would I do that? If I was a neglectful pet owner, the SPCA came to my house 3 or 4 times, at least 3, but I think it was 4, to check on my pets. Every single time, no neglect. They left. And they did that because trolls called, because they listened to this outrage from this bee that I wasn't feeding my pets. I don't even know where it comes from. They pull it out of their ass. Anyways, about a month and a half in, I called Pete's on video, and I wanted to see my cat BBJ's nails because they had been cut shortly before going to Kuwait. Now, I know they need to be done usually every 3 weeks. A month would be like pushing it. So that's why I was checking. He picked her up, showed me the claws. They looked okay. They looked a bit long, but I think, like, I couldn't really tell. He couldn't tell either because there was a lot of hair, but they didn't look ingrown or anything, like from what I could see. Sam's fine, my other cat, my younger cat, because he scratches. So, when I came home from Kuwait, I didn't check her nails right away. I was preoccupied with dealing with all the online, dealing with moving. I had like a month to move, pack up my whole house, move to another country, trying to decide stressfully what's the best option for my cats. Do I rehome them? What do I do? Bring them on the plane? You know, like, I had a limited time to make decisions. So eventually, after about maybe a week or so being home, I checked her nails, and they were ingrown, like they were ingrown into the pads because she wasn't scratching or anything. And Sam's nails were not ingrown. So if it wasn't because she was elderly, how is it then that Sam's were fine and hers were not when they were cut at the same time? You know, and immediately when I saw that, I felt horrible. I felt like shit, okay? So I made an appointment with her vet to get her taken care of, and I was deciding what to do with her because the last vet appointment she had kidney disease, she had all kinds of issues, arthritis, issues that like an elderly cat would have. And I thought it would be cruel maybe to rehome her with all those issues, and she's been with me for so long that if the vet examined her and recommended that it would be in her best interest to be euthanized, then that's what I was going to do, possibly. I didn't even make a decision yet, and this FFG loudmouth was already shaming me for that. And here's the kicker. This hoe euthanized her 2 dogs in the same year. Nobody questions that, though. Nobody questions that. So this psychotic bee, I ended up deciding to rehome her if I could find someone eligible with experience with elderly cats. If I didn't care, I would have just shipped her to anyone. So somebody messaged me on Instagram and kept messaging me. I was ignoring it at first, and they were like, I would really like to take BBJ. They sent me a picture of a house, probably not even theirs, because I asked to see their living conditions, which if I didn't care, again, she said, I have experience, I'm a sick person, I have experience taking care of elderly cats. All lies. It was all a decoy of FFGs. This person's a psychopath, I'm telling you, you don't even know it, to come and get the cat. So what she did was she put on a disguise, hid behind a snowbank, came to my house, had her brother come and get the cat, saying it was the husband of this woman that I trusted to take my pet, the pet I've had for 20 years, and she literally stole the cat. And then she milked it for content and money, and she keeps milking it. She made calendars of the cat. She's like, I stole your cat. She rubs it in, like, she, you know, like just likes to rub it in there. And I'm the vile person, though, right? I've never done like that to anybody in my life. Never. I've said some bad when I was drunk about my and his current girlfriend. Yeah, I did that. But no. So yeah, she did that. So and in the messages between me and this lady, I said, I'm going to take my cat to the vet. And she was like, no, I'll do it, don't worry. I said, are you sure? Because she has embedded nails and I need to take care of it. And she was like, no, it's okay, I'll take her. Now you know why? Because she took the cat and she went into the vet and she said, I got this cat from a very badly neglected situation. And of course, that's what the vet writes up on the report, right? They see the nails without knowing the whole context behind it. So the fact that they say I'm an animal based on this incident, it's ridiculous. And I don't care at this point if people want to think that of me. People who know me and love me know that I take care of my pets. I've loved my pets all those years on camera. And I continue now. My cat, I showed you, my cat's very well taken care of. So it's just a smear campaign. It's personal. You ask these people if they would ever just let it be bygones, and they're like, no, I hate her. That's your motive right there. She has every motive in the world to be a lying sack of shit. And she's gonna literally just keep her mouth running herself right into the fucking jail. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen, or a civil suit. I mean, I have so much on her that it's just ridiculous. Like, so please know what you're doing before you have these idiots on. I don't expect anything more from this show. I wouldn't expect anything, you know, at all. Like, you're taking the word of somebody who's a complete psychopath, shaming me for my finances when she literally was evicted 8 times. Can you imagine that? Lolcow Live. I've never been evicted. Imagine being evicted going to court for even once is a lot. So 8 or 9 times, and all the documents, court versus Anne Marie Feldman, court versus Anne Marie Feldman, all on Kiwi Farms. Yeah, I'm a messy person. I am weird. I can laugh at myself, but the OnlyFans thing is a part of my past that I'm not actually comfortable with, and I didn't realize that till after I was on the show. I wasn't actually threatening anybody with the FBI on the Lolcow Live show. If I threatened anybody, it was the person distributing the pictures. And yeah, there's probably nothing I can do about it, and so go ahead, like, revel in the fact that you're a human being for doing that to somebody trying to move on from their past and shaming them for their private parts or shaming their nudes. Like, it's just insane to me, when I'm sure that Kid Behind the Camera, Wings, Boogie, all of you probably, Tina, you probably don't look any better naked, okay? So just take yourself down a notch. And the fact, what does that tell you? The fact that I knew she wouldn't show her face. I said, there's no way that FF Gunt is gonna go on panel, and Scabba, Dabba Doo-Doo, they're not gonna go on panel because they're not gonna show their faces. They're cowards. She has the nerve to say that I lie about my weight loss journey. Losing weight is not easy, Boogie, you should know that. When you have an eating disorder, documented eating disorder and food addiction. And being fat doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a person that you should strive to be better than yourself. But we all have issues. By the way, Yaba's history is even more darker than that. You should look at her Kiwi Farms thread. Her and her wife have bullied somebody with mental illness. They deleted themselves. I'm not saying that's the reason, but it didn't help. Her husband came on camera announcing her death because she was defending me. They went after her and ambushed her, and she already had mental illness. Her name was Little Mama. Her husband came on. She had 5 or 6 kids she left behind, and he was crying about it and saying, you know, hinting that the bullying didn't help, and they didn't believe it. So Yaba and her wife called the funeral home to make sure that she was dead. Yeah, lovely people you have on your panel talking about how I'm evil. Yaba has kids with an actual pedophile. Her baby daddy, it was recently found out because of leaked court documents that he was a pedophile. He was arrested for being caught in bed with his pants down with a 4-year-old child. And when he was being arrested because he was on meth, and she has the nerve to say that I'm a crackhead, you had kids with a meth head and a pedo. He had a heart attack and died. So after they knew about, she didn't know, apparently. She's saying that he was a pedophile. Fine, that might be true. But the hypocrisy is that this woman has called me a pedophile before. Anyway, after he passed away, her and her wife wrote this man a glowing 2-page obituary. A Nobel Peace Prize winner wouldn't even have such a glowing obituary. Look, there are tons of reaction channels reacting to these clowns. These women are big lolcows, so I agree you should have them on your channel as lolcows, lolcow queens, but they should cam up before they talk. Okay? FFG looks like Tina. Tina looks like what FFG will be in 20 years. And Yaba's a rabid chipmunk hillbilly. So they wrote him a glowing obituary. They put the child's name in the obituary. Is that not sick? Or am I dreaming? Is this the Twilight Zone or what? Then, furthermore, when everyone was talking about her baby daddy, her current wife, Yaba's current wife, made a tweet saying to put some respect on the man's name because he was a war veteran. I don't give a fuck. So if that's not completely dismissing the fact that he's a PDF file and asking to respect a PDF file, but yet you complain that I defend Cyrax? I never defended Cyrax for being a PDF file. I didn't really know fully the whole lore with Cyrax. All I kept seeing was popping up that this guy Marty was live stream after, and like Wings even said himself, he told Marty, like, hey, like, cut this out, you know, because he does the worst. He goes really, really low. And that's why he did it all on live stream, what he did to my mom. And he incriminated, because he can't get me here. He incriminated himself, and I had to call the cops. They got the FBI involved. That's what happened. Right. All I said was one comment, and he couldn't handle it. I was talking about how I can't stand Marty, which I'm apparently not allowed to have that opinion, because of how he kept going after Cyrax, Like, we get it. That's all I said. now that I know more about the lore, okay, fine, whatever. Whatever. I don't even have an opinion, and just whatever. What he did is gross, yes, of course. But anyway, I didn't write him a glowing obituary. You know, I didn't make a tweet saying put some respect on his name, did I? No, but you did that to a PDF file, the one that you had kids with. So before you come on panel and hide behind an avatar, you big fat cowards, just know that your skeletons are a lot more than mine. Especially in the past 2 years. I haven't done anything, like, other than tell them to F off here and there and call them see you next Tuesday. Yeah, that's not nice as a Muslim to do. And when I came on panel, I was more mad at myself for giving permission for people to view my picture as a Muslim. That's my whole point. So I felt violated because people were looking at my picture, which I think is just gross, you know, but that's my opinion. So, and I have a right to feel that way. I'm not pursuing any legal action or anything stupid. That's all lies. I never paid to be on the show. That's a lie also. I asked if it was, I didn't beg for money. I asked if it was a paid thing, because if you want me on the show regularly, like I had, what's her face? Links asking me if I wanted to do some shows on the Queens. Why would I do that for free? Like, you know, sorry, but if you have to put up with Tina's loud mouth, would you not want to be paid? Friggin' right. So anyway, I'm just moving on. They want my attention so bad, and I just have to not give it to them. I have to learn that. And I just wanted you to know who these people were, and that pretty much everything they said was, what is this about? You sounded so stupid. Yeah, but like, you're not funny. Like, these people have children. It's embarrassing. I can't imagine, like, they're gonna turn out like with parents like this. I'm sorry, but I would be mortified if my parents were online bullying fat people all day and making funkle jokes and talking about our finances, sex life, whatever, with no proof of anything. You're not in my bank account. Your fat ass is not in my bank account. It never will be. So keep speculating, but we all know that you had to buy a 7K printer on credit. And threatening to dox people? You threatened to dox your entire list of people who bought your merch, your chemo tumblers, so shut the f. Anyway, before I swear even more, I need a swear jar. My point is, yeah, I'm weird. I mostly did a lot of story times. I talked about my life very openly before. I'm not that person anymore. So, as you can see, I'm covered up now. I don't do any of the crazy things that I used to do. But if my husband was with me for money, he would want me to be on the show. And he doesn't. He doesn't think it's good for me, with the direction in life I'm going now, the person I want to become. And he's right. And it's not about control. It's about what's best for me. He's my husband. He looks out for me. Whatever. He's more than proven himself to me since, and he's a wonderful providing person. And what they say about the money just doesn't make sense if you look at it in that perspective, that if it was about money, he would be pimping me out to your show. 100%. So, I came on your show. I partook in the behavior that is not my life anymore, and I regretted it, and I was mad at myself. Your show is what it is. Keep doing you, whatever. But that's just my opinion. Passing around a woman's genitalia and laughing at it just tastes really bad for a man to do. And yeah, that's just my opinion. So that's, yeah. Also, there's a lot of reaction channels who react to these two sows. The Gaining Ground, Yo Mama is hilarious. You should have him on your show to roast these women, but he probably won't want to, but you should watch his streams. What else? They're bigger lolcows than me at the end of the day. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I will not be entertaining these idiots anymore. I watched what I saw. I watched on Hekate's daughter's stream, and I was actually surprised that it didn't trigger me. They just sounded like fools. Like, they have no... The things they were bringing up are so stupid. There's no proof. There's no base for anything. It just goes on, you know. But I did show you some proof of their degeneracy and their ugly mugs, and I suggest that they cam up, because again, if you are going to talk about people's looks, you 100% should cam up. How is that fair? You know? So that's something I have on these idiots. I'm not ashamed of myself. I don't have low self-esteem, honey. It's funny that Yaba says I need attention and I have low self-esteem when you don't even have the self-esteem to show yourself on your own live streams. How do you do reactions without your face? Loony. Unbelievably hypocritical. Anyway, I'm done talking about these tards. I just don't, I can't. I don't have the time of day. And that's even saying something, because I really don't have much going on in my life, but I'd rather sit with my thumb up my ass than entertain these people. That's more productive for me. So I'm gonna go back to doing that. Anyway, thanks for listening. Ta.
you.